Many of you may be familiar with this trailer right here, and that's because it was the original trailer to Resident Evil 7. Now some of you may be wondering exactly what is relevant about a Resident Evil 7 trailer right now, because one was just officially released, and well, it's time to switch the topic up. Alright, now that we all have clinical depression from my puns, it looks like Resident Evil 7 is coming to the Nintendo Switch. And this is an interesting thing to happen. I honestly didn't really see this occur. And I mean, I'm always open to the idea that anything can happen. However, I really didn't see this one coming. I'm not gonna lie, if anybody asked me, do you think it's coming to the Switch, I would have probably said no. Now the thing is, there's going to be quite a few things to discuss here, but I do want to give some shoutouts to some people like Proxy for making this prediction already, even if they were joking. And it's kind of funny, isn't it, when your joke prediction comes out to be true and then you're like, my real predictions don't come out to be true, and more clinical depression. Getting back on topic, however, it just looks like they re-uploaded the original trailer they gave out, which leads me to believe that this is kind of a little bit misleading. As you can see here, it's actually going to run on a cloud-based system, so that means you're going to be streaming the game and using the Switch basically as a device just to stream it to your TV or your monitor or whatever your Switch is plugged into currently. If you've ever used any game streaming services, you already know how this works to a degree, or if you've ever used casting on your TV or anything, then you should know how this works to some degree. So yes, it's not going to be using the Nintendo Switch hardware. So this means that apparently we should be getting extremely high FPS, as well as the fact that it should also be running at a really good graphical fidelity. However, as you guys can see, it's going to be $18 for a 180-day ticket. So basically you're going to have to buy it over and over again, I assume, to keep replaying it, and you're going to have an actual good internet connection, and so that's going to block out a lot of people in certain regions. And it also makes me wonder exactly how this is going to work when you're actually not connected to, say, a TV and you're working on the Wi-Fi on your train, and exactly how will that impact the performance as well. There are some other interesting things to say about this topic as well. I'm not sure how many of you have friends that have a Switch, or how many of you have a Switch yourself, but it seems like due to the mobility of it, a lot of people who do have Switches or know friends that have them seem to rebuy titles that they already have on, say, the PlayStation, on the Xbox, or on the PC, and they go and buy those same titles again on the Switch, as I said, for the mobility reasons. You know, you can take it on the train or on the bus or whatever, and then you can go play your favorite games there. So I'm assuming that this will give Resident Evil 7 quite a large sales boost. I even believe this is going to be a larger quick sales boost, of course, than the recent sales that they had where they cut the game half price, but basically that's a good thing for Capcom overall. And also the Nintendo Switch is going to benefit from having a proper horror experience and AAA game project in that regard as well, not just some indie one. They're gonna really bolster from that as well. So there's two aspects there. Both companies are mutually benefiting heavily, and it'll be interesting to see where Resident Evil 7 sales figures are gonna come out, and also if that bolsters the Nintendo Switch's profits and sales at all as well. Now another point to talk about is the fact that this could actually set a precedent. So say Resident Evil ports to Switch, we might actually see Remake 2 be imported there eventually, and I know that topic is taboo to bring up, but yeah, we might see Remake 2 on Switch if Resident Evil 7 sells well, and this is because they're both on the same engine, and so porting over Remake 2 after they've already done the port for Resident Evil 7 would be an extremely easy job, and they've already just done the whole job, so it's fresh in their memories. So we'll just have to see how this goes. Now it's going to be coming out on the 24th of the 5th in 2018. I've had the screenshot popping up every so often, so you guys should have been able to see that, but I just wanted to establish that because it's only in a few days, and so this was a very big surprise announcement. Nobody really saw this coming, and also this means that it isn't going to interfere with with the advertisement of any other Capcom products. Now, talking about the business ethics behind this, I personally think they're a little bit shady. It's cloud streaming, which isn't really working on the native hardware, and as I said, I'm not really sure how that's going to affect the ability to actually play it when you're out and about, which is kind of the entire point of the Switch, being able to play when you're, say, at a cafe or wherever the hell you want to be. And also the fact that you have to buy a ticket, which only gives you a limited amount of access. That's not exactly the best way to deal with this. I don't think Nintendo or Capcom made the best decision there, and I do hope that can be alleviated, and I'd rather not see this become quite a common thing on their platform, because if they do decide to go through with this and it does sell well, which I would assume it will, they'll just decide to escalate it, kind of the same way DLC's quality got lower over the years, but started to get more expensive as time went on as well. Anyway guys, that's all I have to discuss for today. You can find my Twitter link in the description if you want to get the latest updated news. Also, I've got a bunch of other stuff in there as well, like a link to my Discord if you want to come join that and say hello to the community. I've also got a bunch more videos in the description and all the other good stuff that you could want to find. So if you are new to the channel, please do hit that subscribe button. Or if you are a long-term viewer, and I've noticed a lot of people keep saying this recently, that they've only just recently subbed to me after watching me for 10 months, I'd love and appreciate if you could at least subscribe to me if you've been watching me for that long. But anyway, as always, I just hope you're having a beautiful day, take it easy, and peace.